Toph, the First Metalbender. Toph Bifong is celebrated as the first metal bender, a groundbreaking figure who transformed earthbending by mastering metal manipulation. Her card reflects this innovation by reshaping lands and artifacts, symbolizing her ability to turn rigid obstacles into powerful tools. As a commander, Toph provides strategic depth through resource transformation and battlefield resilience. Her mechanics enable continuous value generation by converting artifacts into lands and animating lands into creatures, ensuring adaptability and sustained pressure. A Lands Matter deck under Toph focuses on ramping resources, triggering land-based effects, and maintaining board pressure through recurring land animation. This approach creates a dynamic strategy that rewards efficient resource management and sustained battlefield presence. Combo ideas for Toph decks. Combo number 1. Toph, the First Metalbender. Plus, the Stasis Coffin. Required conditions: 1. Toph, the First Metalbender is on your battlefield. 2. The Stasis Coffin is on your battlefield. 3. Mana needed. 2 generic mana each turn. Activating the combo. 1. All non-token artifacts you control are lands due to Toph. 2. At the beginning of your end step, Toph triggers, earthbending the Stasis Coffin. 3. Activate the Stasis Coffin, then tap and exile it. 4. The earthbend Stasis Coffin triggers, returning itself from exile to the battlefield. Tap. 5. Resolve the Stasis Coffin ability from step 2, causing you to gain protection from everything until your next turn. 6. Repeat during each of your turns. Combo result: you gain protection from everything. Combo number 2. Retreat to Emeria, plus Haru, Hidden Talent, plus Cabaretti Courtyard. Required conditions: 1. Retreat to Emeria is on your battlefield. 2. Haru Hidden Talent is on your battlefield. 3. Cabaretti Courtyard is in your hand. 4. You are able to play a land this turn. Activating the combo. 1. Play Cabaretti Courtyard. 2. When Cabaretti Courtyard enters the battlefield, it triggers, together with Retreat to Emeria. 3. Resolve the Retreat to Emeria trigger first, then choose to create a 1/1 Coralie creature token. 4. When the Coralie token enters, Haru triggers, then earthbend Cabaretti Courtyard. 5. Resolve the Cabaretti Courtyard trigger from step 2, then sacrifice it, and search your library for an applicable land, and put it onto the battlefield tapped, and also gain a life. 6. When the land enters the battlefield, Retreat to Emeria triggers again, then choose any option you need. 7. The earthbent Cabaretti Courtyard triggers, then return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped. 8. Repeat from step 2. Combo results: 1. Infinite ETB triggers. 2. Infinite creature tokens. 3. Infinite life gain. 4. Infinite landfall triggers. 5. Near infinite +1/+1 buff on all creatures you control until end of turn. 6. Put all basic mountains, forests, or plains from your library onto the battlefield tapped. Combo number 3. Toph, the First Metalbender. Plus Mycosynth Lattice, plus Bumi, Unleashed. Required conditions: 1. Toph, the First Metalbender is on your battlefield. 2. Mycosynth Lattice is on your battlefield. 3. Bumi Unleashed is on your battlefield. 4. Bumi does not have summoning sickness. 5. An opponent cannot block nor remove Bumi. Activating the combo. 1. All permanents you control are artifacts due to Mycosynth Lattice. 2. Non-token artifacts you control are lands due to Toph. 3. Attack and deal combat damage using Bumi. 4. Bumi triggers, then untap all non-token permanents you control, including Bumi himself, and you get an additional combat phase after this one. 5. Repeat each combat phase. Combo results: 1. Infinite combat phases. 2. Infinite combat damage. 3. Infinite mana that lands you control can produce. Combo number 4. Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. Plus Phyrexian Altar. Plus Badgermole Cub. Required conditions: 1. Ashaya, Soul of the Wild is on your battlefield. 2. Phyrexian altar is on your battlefield. 3. Badgermole cub is in your hand. 4. Mana needed, a generic mana, and a green mana. Activating the combo. 1. Cast Badgermole cub. 2. When Badgermole cub enters the battlefield, its earthbending ability triggers and choose to target itself with its ability as it is a forest due to Ashaya. 3. Activate Phyrexian altar by sacrificing Badgermole cub. 4. When the earthbent Badgermole cub dies, it triggers, then return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped. 5. Repeat from step 2. Combo results. 1. Infinite ETB triggers. 2. Infinite LTB triggers. 3. Infinite sacrifice triggers. 4. Infinite death triggers. 5. Infinite colored mana. 6. Infinite landfall triggers. Combo number 5. Toph, the First Metalbender. Plus, Lotus Cobra. Plus, Springheart Nantuko. Required conditions. 1. Toph the First Metalbender is on your battlefield. 2. Lotus Cobra is on your battlefield. 3. Springheart Nantuko is on your battlefield. 4. You have a land card in your hand. 5. You are able to play a land this turn. 6. You control an earthbent land. 7. Mana needed, 2 generic mana, and 2 green mana. Activating the combo. 1. Cast Springheart Nantuko for its bestow cost, then attach it to the animated land previously earthbent by Toph. 2. Play a land. 3. When the land enters the battlefield, Springheart Nantuko triggers, then choose to pay to create a copy of the land where it is attached to. 4. When the land token enters the battlefield, Springheart Nantuko triggers again, including Lotus Cobra. 5. Holding priority, activate the land token by tapping it to produce at least a generic mana. 6. Resolve the Lotus Cobra trigger next, then add a green mana to your mana pool. 7. Repeat from step 3. Combo results. 1. Infinite landfall triggers. 2. Infinite tapped land tokens.
Hi Commander, if you are new here, welcome to our channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Enjoy!
Non-game changer spells that are commonly found in Toph decks. Bossing Sea. Double Earthbend. Bossing Sea's sorcerer speed Earthbend complements Toph's end-step Earthbend, enabling multiple lands to become hasty and buff threats each turn. Artifact targets. Toph turns your non-token artifacts into lands, allowing Bossing Sea to earthbend them into creatures while they remain artifacts and lands for broader tactical pressure. Wipe Resilience. Earthbent lands that die or are exiled return tapped, allowing the deck to withstand removal and board wipes while preserving pressure and resource value. Bumi, Unleashed. Extra Combat. Bumi's additional combat step allows earthbent lands to attack twice, compounding the pressure created by Toph's recurring land animation. Global Untap. After dealing damage, Bumi untaps all lands to fuel post-combat development and protection while sustaining an aggressive tempo. Counterstacking. Toph's end-step Earthbend and Bumi's entrance Earthbend accumulate +1/+1 counters on animated lands, creating large hasty threats that return when removed. Tanic, Memorial Ensign. Double Triggers. A land's matter build reliably makes 2 land entries per turn, letting Tanic both chip each opponent and convert the second landfall into a card draw. Return Triggers. Earthbent lands that die or are exiled return tapped and re-enter the battlefield, creating additional landfall triggers for Tanic's damage and draw in longer games. Scalable Pressure. Incremental damage to all opponents scales with extra land plays and ramp, typical in Toph's build, steadily advancing the win condition without overextending. Toph, Hard-Headed Teacher. Artifact targets. Toph the First Metalbender turns non-token artifacts into lands, allowing Toph Hard-Headed Teachers cast triggered Earthbend to animate utility artifacts into hasty and powerful threats. Spell Engine. Frequent spell casting in a land's matter shell converts ramp and interaction into reliable land animation and counter growth via the Earthbend trigger. Lesson upside. Lesson spells add extra counters and, combined with Toph's and Step Earthbend, scale land creatures while retaining resilience through Earthbend's return clause. Ichor Wellspring. Looped draw, turning Ichor Wellspring into a land creature with Earthbend, then let it die to draw, then return tapped and draw again, creating repeatable card advantage. Landfall triggers. When Ichor Wellspring re-enters tapped from Earthbend's return clause, Toph's static effect makes it a land on entry, enabling landfall payoffs. Sacrifice Engine. Earthbending Ichor Wellspring into a creature enables you to sacrifice it for value, drawing a card on death, and then returning it via Earthbend to repeat the line. Toph, Earthbending Master. Experience scaling. Frequent land entries in a land's matter shall steadily build experience counters, making each attack's Earthbend progressively larger. Artifact targets. Toph the First Metalbender turns non-token artifacts into lands, allowing Earthbending Masters attack triggered, animate and grow them as formidable land creatures. Counter stacking. Earthbending Masters attack Step Earthbend, and Toph's and Step Earthbend both place counters on animated lands, compounding size and pressure while the Earthbend return clause preserves board presence. Zoran Orb. Artifact lands. Toph turns non-token artifacts into lands, making Zoran Orb able to sacrifice selected artifacts for life when needed, while still interacting with land-centric payoffs. Safe Sacrifice. Earthbend lands that are sacrificed to Zoran Orb return tapped from Earthbend's clause, letting you gain life without permanently losing resources and often retriggering landfall effects. Life Buffer. The repeatable life gain stabilizes aggressive Earthbend lines, and helps offset damage from combat and direct damage spells, supporting a grindy lands matter strategy. Lotus Cobra. Explosive Ramp. Lotus Cobra converts each land entry into flexible mana, enabling multi-spell turns and accelerating Earthbending, and other plays in the Naya Toph shell. Return Landfall. Earthbend lands that die or are exiled return tapped and re-enter the battlefield, reliably re-triggering Cobra's landfall for additional colored mana. Color Fixing. The any color mana from Cobra smooths casting across Toph's 3 colors, supporting diverse ramp and interaction. Toph, Greatest Earthbender. Scaling Entry. Toph's ETB Earthbend scales with mana spent, instantly creating a sizable land creature that complements the commander's recurring Earthbend. Double Strike. Granting Double Strike to all land creatures dramatically increases damage output from Earthbend lands, as well as all other animated terrain in the strategy. Artifact Lands. Toph making non-token artifacts into lands allows Earthbend to animate them, and while they are land creatures they also benefit from Greatest Earthbender's Double Strike static ability. Badgermole Cub. ETB Earthbend. Badgermole Cub's ETB Earthbend 1 creates a hasty land creature that returns tapped when removed, re-triggering land entry effects and compounding Toph's and Step Earthbend. Creature Mana. Its additional green mana whenever you tap creatures for mana accelerates multi-spell turns and fuels land animation sequences central to the strategy. Artifact targets. Toph turns non-token artifacts into lands, enabling the Cub's Earthbend to animate utility artifacts into hasty land creatures that benefit from land focus buffs. Post your commander on the comments section below, and we will create a video like this for you. Thank you for watching.